What's up, YouTube family? You're back in the kitchen with Paul, and what we're going to do is we're going to do something basic. I want to make some rice for my dinner tonight, and a lot of people don't know how to make rice. Rice is a hard thing to make for some people. A lot of people even invest in rice cookers just so they don't have to try and make rice on the stove. But making rice is a simple process, and you have to be patient. Okay, all you need is you need your rice. I have 1 cup of rice here, and instead of water I use chicken stock in my rice. Whatever you're going to do with your rice, if you make 1 cup of rice, you're going to need 2 cups of liquid. So 1 cup of rice, you double that for the liquid, and then you put that in the pot. You get your stock going in your pot. You put your rice in your pot. And what you're going to do, you got to turn the burner on. And you put it on high for now, just to make sure that you get that to a boil. Now once you get it to a boil, you have to turn it all the way down, put the lid on it, and let it simmer until all of that liquid comes out of there. What it's going to do is going to fill up the rice with the liquid, soften it, and you can't do that fast. We live in a microwave age, but you can't do this fast. You have to let the simmer cook the rice. So now what's going to happen with your rice? Your rice is going to start to boil, okay? Once it goes to that boil, you have to bring it down to a simmer. You put the top on, you put the lid on, and you let it simmer. You have to allow it to cook through the entire grain of rice, okay? The water is going to get in there, it's going to swell it up, it's going to make it fluffy, it's going to tenderize it, and it's going to infuse it with flavor because we're using chicken stock and not just water, okay? As you can see, my rice is starting to come to a boil. Give it a little stir there. Put your top on it. Then you're going to bring that flame all the way down. Let that flame come all the way down. Now, what is that doing? Now it's going to simmer. Now it's the process of waiting. You have to allow all of that liquid to simmer down to almost nothing, okay? And that's going to soften the rice. And that's going to make your perfect rice. We'll come back when it's done. Just a little sidebar while we're waiting for our rice to cook. I told you that I was using chicken stock in the rice, okay? A lot of people use just plain water, and they might throw some salt in the water. Chicken stock gives it a nice flavor. Now, I'm using chicken stock, okay? But you can also use chicken bouillon cubes, okay? And you can add the bouillon cubes to the water, and it does the same thing as the stock. Now, people ask, well, aren't they the same? They're not really the same. They're made the same way, okay? You take the chicken meat and the bones, all right, and you put it in the water, and you allow the water to come to a boil. And as the water is boiling, what's happening is it's flavoring the water, okay? And that's what the stock is going to be. But this, the bouillon cubes, is cooked quickly, okay? It's cooked on a high flame, all right? This, the stock, is cooked on a low flame. So what it does is it intensifies the flavor, okay? And it gives it a better flavor. So if you're in a pinch, and you can't run out to the store, use your bouillon cubes. But if at all possible, and you can get it, use your chicken stock, because that is going to give you a more intense flavor. Okay, we just turned off our rice, so let's take a look at it. Now this took about 25 minutes to cook, but as you can see, the rice is nice and fluffy, just the way that you want it. Look at that. Perfect rice. That's going to be fantastic with our dinner. As you can see, each and every kernel nice and fluffy. You don't have any liquid left over. But like I said, it took time. You have to take your time when you cook. So once again, that's how we got our rice done. You got to take your time. Allow it to boil, bring it down to a simmer, and let that rice simmer for about 20 minutes. Get rid of all that liquid, and then you're going to have perfect rice. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Give me a nice comment down in the screen. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. You're in the kitchen with Paul, y'all. If you didn't know, this is my saying. Always keep God first in your life. Love your family. And of course, love yourself. You're in the kitchen with Paul, y'all. Peace.